All right.
Theft.
All right. So Nike is about to start pulling their products from stores. So Nell was kind of lost on the basis of why this is happening. But no, I'm gonna give you what I heard of why this is happening. So Nike is looking at it like they might as well reap in all the benefits.
Okay.
If they giving Footlocker, it only cost them like $6 to $10 to make a pair of sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
So if they giving them the Footlocker for 75, then they could just sell them for 200, by themselves. They might as well just take all that. So being as though they got the app, the sneakers app, the Nike app, being as though they got all this stuff now, and with the resellers, they figure they might as well just chalk that middleman. They don't need that middleman no more because a lot of people is online anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So they might
All
as well
right,
just
that's what it
oh,
really is that online aspect. Foot Locker is dead as far as brick and mortar stores.
right,
Even with a Nike account, Foot Locker was still dead. You know what I'm saying?
right,
The drops never really, there's so much backdoor going on. There's so much employees doing weird stuff to the Nikes,
right,
all types of stuff going on. Yeah, they just like you said, they pulling out from the middleman,
right,
and Nike even said that. Nike said they want to increase their DTC, the direct to customer sales.
right. But could y'all even imagine going in stores and not seeing no Nikes at all? That's like
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm going there really for.
that's the
No,
start.
but see, that's why I think Nike is so. All right, so they said they not removing it; they're pulling back.
Right,
So I feel like all the heat is going to be on sneakers and Nike.com.
right.
We're
But
still going to see
that's what
apparel.
I'm saying. They have already pulled back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
They already right. They
so
already
if
pulled
they
back.
pull
Right.
back another, if they pull
Right.
back another 30%, what
You guys, I'm
stores
saying
gonna
you're
get?
going to see. It's going to be you're going to still be able to get your Monarchs. You might still be able to get a pair of Forces.
That's what
It's
I'm
going to
saying.
be bare essentials. I feel like that's what, in my opinion, it's going to be bare essentials from Nike. Nike got too much money to say, all right, we're not going to put any of our product in Foot Locker. Like that would be stupid.
So
Because there's still
well,
a customer that says I need to go into the store and put my hand on a product.
Yeah, I
right,
need it right now.
and
Yeah,
and people that need to try on shit because they still don't.
right.
Uh-huh.
But what about? I think it might just be boiled down to like forces and like Air Maxes.
Yeah, not
They,
even Air Maxes. They
yeah,
they they
those
might just do like the cross trainers, like a not even a 270, like a real running sneaker. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. I don't know. That sounds kind of dangerous though. That sounds kind of scary to go into a
I
store and not.
don't. You know what? I feel like, man, like because now like Dick's Sporting Goods, they really is the quote unquote like the secret place to go to get releases. They had cool grays. They had those dazzling blue Yeezy 350s. So it's like I feel like if you ain't got a rabbit to pull out your hat, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got a trick to pull out now, you sinking. And if Foot Locker is like we've been trying to do in store raffles and that didn't go well. You know what I'm saying? I feel like stores or like physical stores are the reason why raffles have a bad connotation. You know what I'm saying? A bad vibe connected to them because you fill out your raffle, you don't get hit. Or if you do fill out your raffle, it's like, damn, now I got to go there in this window of time. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's weird even when you get selected for a raffle.
Right, right.
Now, so that would mean then that the sneaker app, the Nike app, is going to have more product.
Where
Yeah,
were you?
It's going to have to have more product. You're going to have to put more.
No, man. No.
they got to if they take everything out the stores.
Got to, because you will.
No. But hold on, what did the teacher say like a minute? They already pulled back.
Right,
Everything that we want was already on sneakers.
right.
So, I mean,
There
so
was nothing forcing us to go into the store.
so let's ask this question, because I think the only person that has that the engine behind them that can be supported by just the internet and not going into a brick and mortar is Michael Jordan. No one is online buying Kyrie's, LeBron's, waiting in line, or joining raffles for those type of players. How are they going to be affected? The KDs, the LeBrons, the
Right.
Kyries, the Paul Georges.
They all gonna be on the sneakers app probably.
But who's really
No,
like
I
people
feel
more
like,
on the stores for them versus
Right.
seeing them on a sneaker app.
but no, like, all right, so all right, it's been like, we really gotta like dig deep into your memory, but it's like, 3+ years ago when we were willing to go and just, haphazardly going into Foot Locker. LeBrons were still sitting.
Right.
Kobe's were sitting. You know what I'm saying? The signature basketball player shoes were still sitting.
Right.
I feel like, and I've been feeling this way for a minute, that the schools are the reason why these signature basketball lines really like flourish.
Right.
Those accounts that like, all right, we need 50 pairs, of Paul Georges. We need 50 pairs of KDs.
Right.
They're the only ones that keep having a reason for the next KD to come, the next Paul George to come, the next LeBron to come. Really, you know what I'm saying? Is the people who like, I need mass amounts of them, because there's not any resellers. That's the only thing that's keeping the sneaker market going is reselling, and reselling is not really big with LeBron's, the basketball sneakers. Period.
True.
Mm-hmm.
True that. True that.
So what happened with the in the hood, right? We in the hood, we look forward to Christmas, Easter. You got the mother who's looking just to run to the local players or Foot Locker to go get her kids some Easter sneaks, and she's probably looking for a pair of Jordans or the hottest basketball sneak at that time, right?
Right.
You got a lot of people who go to the internet but ain't going to the internet to buy them, and they prefer a store. So
Right.
how is Nike? Has Nike even thought about that? Cutting a person out who really don't care about the internet, that just want to go in there and get their kid fresh for Christmas or Easter.
Yo, all right, so it's crazy. Like, I keep almost like doing this like conspiracy type thing. All right, with Black History Month with Nike, where is this year's Black History Month release?
Right.
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is the start. They took the most minuscule, the most less risk his like holiday release and just did away with it.
Right.
Even though what's crazy is today I just seen they have a slated 420 release. Like, they got like 4 different dunks coming out for 420. But it's like, with all this shipping stuff happening, it's like, are they just showing us that and knowing it's not going to come out on 420? Like, there's no way even these little mom and pop stores could even get this shoe to release it. So it's like, I feel like Nike is on some gimmick type stuff. Like, we're going to pull back. We're going to take Black History Month away and see how much of an upward does it create. And next is like the Easter release. You know what I'm saying? Then even with like when they was the Gammers to release for Christmas again, I'm like, come on, you can't. I don't even feel like they had a retro release. I feel like they got a load of Gammers just sitting up somewhere and was like, man, we could release these again, and I know they ain't gonna be mad.
Right.
That's why I feel like they about to just start doing a whole bunch of gimmicks and seeing if people bite.
They was just doing anything. they
Gotta do away with the bots, or they're going to crumble. Nike is going to force it. If Nike don't do this right, Nike may become Reebok.
Yeah.
Because people are going to get tired of the antics, and Adidas is going to come right in the back door and put.
Bro, imagine if me and T is wrong and they do pull out Air Force Ones from the stores.
Right.
Like they don't sound plausible. Like, that sounds like a business move that's completely backwards. Like, no white on whites in the stores.
Right.
Like, that sounds backwards. But if they do that, like you said, they might cancel themselves.
Yeah. And you know who gains the benefit from that? I can see Kanye flooding Foot Locker. Flooding it. And he has nothing but support.
That's crazy.
He might come back with the Calabasas white on white, $85. Come get these.
He going because Foot Locker is going to need that big support, that one big thing, and it's going to be probably easy.
Yo, I feel like, and that's crazy. So I never thought about, like, all right, so who's going to step in? Like, Adidas is going to, I feel like they're going to capitalize on this. They're going to be the ones who's going to have a poster sitting in the front of Foot Locker, You know what I'm saying? Well, I can't even think of the top Adidas athlete besides James Harden, but I don't feel like Adidas is concentrating on James Harden anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think,
whatever other athlete.
I don't think they ever was concentrating on James.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, they tried, bro. They gave him a Bape collab. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
it don't get really no bigger than that for a basketball sneaker. You got a Bape collab? That's supposed to be out of here.
Well, since we on that note, since I'm now starting to get into my collection, I feel